Hi guys! Welcome to my class. Please subscribe so that you will be kept updated on the next math lesson. Then like and share so that you can also help other students. Our topic for today is to estimate square roots. You are going to learn it here the easy way. But before we proceed to our main lesson, I would like to ask you one question. Are you eating dates fruit? Do you know that dates fruits are high in disease-fighting antioxidants? Dates prevent the development of certain chronic illnesses such as heart disease, cancer, Alzheimer's, and diabetes. Let us continue the discussion on the benefits of date fruits to our body later. Let us move first to the main objective of our lesson. We are going to estimate square roots and cube roots to the nearest integer. Let us work on this example so that you will be guided. Estimate square root of 66 to the nearest integer. The largest perfect square less than 66 is 64. And the smallest perfect square greater than 66 is 81. We are going to plot each square root on a number line, then estimate the square root of 66. We are going to plot the three square roots on a number line, square root of 64, square root of 66, and square root of 81. Thereafter, drawing the number line, let us consider the first number as square root of 64, which is 8. And after 10 intervals, we're going to plot square root of 81, which is 9. Let us fill up all the intervals as 8.1, 8.2, and so on until we reach 9. Square root of 66 is 8.124. It lies between 8.1 and 8.2 but closer to 8.1. Accordingly, we can come up with an equality equation which is 64 less than 66 less than 81. We know that 64 is 8 squared and 81 is 9 squared. So, we can rewrite the inequality equation as 8 squared less than 66 less than 9 squared. Finding the square root of each number, we can come up with square root of 8 squared less than square root of 66 less than square root of 9 squared. Simplifying the square root of each number, it will give us 8 less than square root of 66 less than 9. Thereupon, square root of 66 is between 8 and 9. Since the square root of 66 is closer to square root of 64 than square root of 81, therefore, the best integer estimate for square root of 66 is 8. Let us work on another example so that you can understand it well. Estimate the square root of 59 to the nearest integer. The largest perfect square less than 59 is 49. And the smallest perfect square greater than 59 is 64. We are going to plot each square root on a number line, then estimate square root of 59. Accordingly, we are going to plot the three square roots on the number line, the square root of 49, square root of 59, and square root of 64. Subsequently, after drawing the number line, we are going to assign the number 7, which is the square root of 49 on the first line, or first integer, and the next integer after 10 intervals will be square root of 64, which is 8. Square root of 59 is 7.68. So it is between 7.6 and 7.7, but it is nearer than 7.7. Subsequently, writing the inequality equation, we can have 49 less than 59 less than 64. We know that 49 is 7 squared and 64 is 8 squared. So, rewriting the inequality equation, we can have 7 squared less than 59 less than 8 squared. Finding the square root of each number, we can write square root of 7 squared less than square root of 59 less than square root of 8 squared. Simplifying the inequality equation, we can have 7 less than square root of 59 less than 8. We can spot right away that square root of 59 is between 7 and 8. Since the square root of 59 is closer to square root of 64 than square root of 49, the best integer estimate for square root of 59 is 8. Let us work on this example so that you can hit it off. We're going to deal now with the cube roots. Estimate the cube root of 349 to the nearest integer. The largest perfect cube less than 349 is 343. And the smallest perfect cube greater than 349 is 512. Writing the inequality equation, we can come up with 343 less than 349 less than 512. 343 is 7 cube and 512 is 8 cube. Finding the cube root of the inequality equation, we can come up with cube root of 7 cube less than cube root of 349 less than cube root of 8 cube. Simplifying the cube root of each number, it will give us 7 less than cube root of 349 less than 8. On the assumption of plotting it on the number line, the first integer will be 7, which is cube root of 343, and after 10 intervals, we're going to plot 8, which is cube root of 512. The cube root of 349 is 7.04, so it lies between 7.0 and 7.1, but closer to 7.0. Accordingly, cube root of 349 is between 7 and 8. Since 349 is closer to 343 than 512, the best integer estimate for cube root of 349 is 7. To wrap it up, if we are going to estimate the square root of a number to the nearest integer, we are going to look for the largest perfect square less than that number, and the smallest perfect square greater than that number. To make it sure that our answer is correct, we are going to plot each square root on the number line, then we are going to estimate the square root of that number. Our step will always be the same if we are going to estimate the cube root of a number to the nearest integer. We're going to find the largest perfect cube less than that number and the smallest perfect cube greater than that number. Then, we are going to write the inequality equation. We can also plot the cube root of each number on the number line. Then, locate the number where it is closer so that we can find out the best integer estimate. Going back to the benefits of dates fruits, do you know that dates promotes brain health? It is also helpful for lowering inflammation and preventing plaques from forming in the brain, which is important for preventing Alzheimer's disease. Dates are very healthy to include to your diet. I will never stop reminding you what Sheikh Zayed wrote for us. Education is like a lantern which lights your way in a dark alley. We need to give importance to our education so that we're not going to be blindfolded in our future. In case you have confusion on some part of the lesson, I want you to go back, revise it again, watch it closely, carefully, slowly, and I know you can get it. Life is a math equation. You cannot get the most of it if you cannot convert the negatives into positive. I want you to score high in math. Then, be wise and healthy. Okay? Till next math lesson. Bye-bye!